And now another special segment about the euro dollar, the world's most popular currency pair. And I'm asking, what's wrong with euro dollar? It's frustrating. The ranges are quite limited. Breakouts go nowhere fast. Last week we had almost a breakout. Okay, something. We had this. This is a 4-hour chart, right? So look, we had this 111.90 level, the post-Brexit high. Okay, worked very nicely as resistance right here. Nice. Okay. Then we had a move above this level. We reached 112.40, 50 pips to the upside. A breakout looked to me like a breakout, but no, we fell back to the previous range. Okay, so we did have a big move on Brexit to wake us up from another long period of frustrating range, but then we found another frustrating range to the downside, slightly lower, not very far. Lots of frustrating trading over there. Anyway, before I move to the other points about the euro dollar, let's dive into the chart here. So 111.15 is some kind of support, followed by 110.50. 109.60 proves itself quite well, and the post-Brexit low of 109.10 is strong support. On the top side, 111.60, 112.40, 113.35 used to be support in a high range, and 114.20 was the high point just after Brexit and a bit before that. Sorry, just when we thought that Brexit would not be a reality. And above that, we have 115 and then 116.16, the high of this year so far. 116.16 in 2016. Okay, let's return to what we talked about regarding the euro. So as I said, the breakout attempt, as we've seen now, didn't go anywhere, and it's not the first time. So what's wrong with euro dollar? Does it have too many parts? Too many moving parts? Remember, the world's most traded, most popular currency pair. So we have any event from the United States, be it non-farm payrolls, retail sales, PMIs, you name it, and also recently political events, opinion polls in the United States. And in Europe, we have 19 countries in the Eurozone. Of course, Germany is the biggest and most important one, but figures from France also matter, from Spain as well. Political instability in Spain, problems of banks in Italy, you name it. Okay, so this should have provided for more volatility, but no, probably everything just offsets each other and makes a mess. Next point is the euro is looking for an identity. Remember, in theory, the euro is a risk currency. Okay, the yen is the ultimate safe haven currency. The dollar lagging behind. The Swiss franc used to be a safe haven currency, but what is a safe haven currency? It's actually a funding currency. So when interest rates were low, extremely low in Japan, money, and they still are, money is lent in Japanese yen and goes outside the country to investments of riskier assets. The famous carry trade of Kiwi yen, Aussie yen. When things get bad, money comes back home to the safe haven or repatriated or just an undo a Control-Z movement, okay, to the Japanese yen. Now, when in Europe things became worse, the European Central Bank acted. We have a negative deposit rate of minus 40 basis points and ongoing QE. The ECB is printing money. So the result is money goes to outside the Eurozone to riskier assets, assets that yield more yield. Okay, but in times of trouble, money is repatriated. This is a very new behavior of the euro and very inconsistent. Okay, it happened last year when we had the Greek crisis. Good news from Greece, the euro fell. Bad news from Greece, the euro strengthened. Very, very strange behavior. When there was this agreement in July, deal with Greece, the euro fell. So, and also then with the Chinese stock market crash, August last year, it's going to be a year soon. It was the end of August. The euro strengthened, reached the highest since 2014. It reached 117.12. Okay, so that was 2015. In 2016, the ECB in March added more measures, and this weighs on the euro, but it's still looking for an identity. Is it the safe haven currency? Probably not, but also not a full member, I would say, of the risk currencies. Okay, so that's another problem with euro dollar. What I've written here out of frustration as well is, does euro-dollar need a bank run to move out of range? Can a bank run happen? Yes. Well, it happened in Greece, orchestrated basically by European authorities to pressure Greece, and it can happen in Italy. We know that Italy's third largest lender, Monte dei Paschi di Siena, is in trouble, even according to the ECB stress tests. In an adverse scenario of a recession, it will go bankrupt. Now, according to the rules, we need, well, the government is not allowed to bail it out. On the other hand, bondholders, which will carry the burden, they're also taxpayers. Lots of political stuff, lots of problems there. They're not the only bank in trouble, also UniCredit. Also, German banks are not doing so well. Everything is very stable at the moment, and there aren't many places where money can go to. But you never know how, if political pressure turns into pressure on banks, and then people begin withdrawing money from one bank, and then things can spread out. This is a very extreme, unlikely scenario, but you never know. A more likely scenario for euro-dollar to move out of range is the month of September. And why September? First of all, the summer will be over. More traders will be in town. Secondly, we have another ECB meeting, this time with fresh forecasts. And let's see, maybe they'll do more or open the door to doing more, according to their fresh forecasts. We also have a Fed decision in September. We also have the US elections getting closer, many things. But also, I'm saying September because it's wishful thinking, because I'm frustrated for a long time about euro-dollar. But there are reasons to be cheerful, hopeful. In past years, we had big movements in September in euro-dollar, announcements by the ECB, announcements by the Fed, and the general market storm. Okay, so, well, last year we had the market storm in August, but let's hope this year it will come in September. Okay.